Hey guys, Susie here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today I'm doing a episode of Susie Eats the World, and today we are trying out some really interesting. I'm a little bit scared to try out some of these things. So the things that we're going to be trying out today is, first of all, this Wonder Farm Bird's Nest White Fungus Drink. And I can't tell you guys how scared I am to try this. So we're going to be trying this. And I've got three different types of chips that we're going to be trying out. First one is the potato snack chips. And this is from Nongshim. I think that's how you pronounce that. And these are some Korean chips. And we're also going to be trying out these Nongshim brand honey and apple honey twist snack chips. So these sound really interesting. And we're also going to be trying out, these are a little bit more American. These are Pringles wasabi and soy sauce. So they're a little bit Asian themed. So they go along kind of nicely with this Susie Eats the World episode. And there was some other flavors of these Pringles. There was a chicken taco, mango salsa, some other ones, but I wanted to get this one to specifically try out with this Susie Eats the World. So I think I'm going to save the Bird's Nest drink for last because I'm a little bit scared to try that. White fungus just doesn't really sound that appealing for me to want to just chug that, you know. Okay, so I guess let's try out with these Nongshim brand potato snack chips. Now these look kind of like the shrimp chips that I tried in my previous Susie Eats the World a long time ago. I tried the shrimp chips and they were very fishy and they were okay. I wasn't too big on them, but I just loved this packaging. How cute is that? Look at those little potatoes. So we're going to try these out and see what they taste like. I picked these up in my local Kroger store. They have like a little foreign food section, and I've noticed that they're actually adding a lot of new things. And I was really excited because I, go there all the time, and now I can pick up my foreign snacks to try out there. Okay, so upon opening the bag, you can see they look just kind of like the shrimp chips. Same kind of little twirliness. And they have these like little green specks. I don't even know if you guys can see. I'll try to find one that, here we go. So you can see there's like these little tiny green specks on there. And I'm not sure what that is, but they these chips almost smell a little bit like sour cream and onion. So I'm thinking that maybe there's some kind of like chive flavor. I don't know. But let's try one out. And I was right. They do have parsley powder and a little bit of onion in them. These are really good. The flavor's not really bold. But they have a really good flavor. I'm trying to put my finger on it. They're a little bit oniony. They almost taste like a Funyun. I don't know if you guys have had Funyuns. Funyun is kind of like a onion ring flavored chip, and they're round. And these kind of taste like Funyuns, but without that oniony flavor. I mean, they got a very, very slight sour cream and onion kind of flavor to them, but they're not as strong as like Funyuns. They don't have that onion powder overload kind of taste. These are really, really good. Like, these are really good. Like, I could eat this whole bag. Okay, so nextly, let's try out the honey and apple honey twist snack. I love this packaging. It's beautiful how they have this little picture of the honey and the bee and the flowers. I think that is so cute. I love this packaging. And these look really good. They look like little baked snacks. So let's try these out. I also picked these up at Kroger. Hard to open this bag. I'm afraid they're going to like explode everywhere like that one commercial with the potato chips. Oh, okay. They smell a little bit like honey. I don't get any kind of apple, but these are much, much bigger than the other ones. These are like much thicker and wider than those other potato snacks. And these have a little bit of a shiny coating to them. So I think they were probably drizzled with honey, and they're a bit shiny, but they've got the same kind of shape to them. They're just a lot bigger. And they smell like honey, so let's try one out. They taste a lot like honey. I don't taste any apple at all. They taste just like Honey Nut Cheerios. Like when you eat Honey Nut Cheerios without the milk, tastes just like that. So they taste like honey. A little bit of a nutty flavor to them. Very slightly sweet. It's not even remotely overly sweet. They're really good. I love the flavor, but I love Honey Nut Cheerios, so these are really tasty, and they're just like kind of like a chip version of Honey Nut Cheerios. These are really good. Big thumbs up. I like these. I like the taste of the honey. I like how they're slightly sweet, but they're not overly sweet, and they're really not sticky either. Like you would think they were coated with honey, they would be really sticky, but they're not. These are really tasty. I'm a little scared to try these. Wasabi and soy sauce Pringles. This is an exclusive flavor. I don't know if these are available in other countries. I just know sometimes in the US they'll release like interesting flavors, and I guess that's what they did. So after opening it, I first of all noticed that some of the Pringles chips had a greenish tint to them, and this whole canister smells like soy sauce. And I like soy sauce. I'm not huge on soy sauce. My husband, he drowns his food in soy sauce. He loves it. I'm not that big on it, but it does have a little bit of a greenish coating to it. I'm guessing from the wasabi. And a lot of times people will use horseradish instead of wasabi because it's cheaper and it's got almost that same kind of flavor and spiciness to it. And a lot of companies will use horseradish instead of wasabi because actually wasabi is kind of expensive. So these are actually made with horseradish. I read that earlier, dried horseradish. So these don't have wasabi in them. They're just supposed to be flavored like wasabi, but they're not. Alright, so let's try this out. And I'm not a big spicy person either, so I don't know how I'll like this. Oh, wow. Wow. Tastes just like eating a spoon of horseradish. They're not bad. And they're not really spicy. They're a little bit kind of like spicy around your lips, but they don't make you like, oh my god, I gotta get a drink of water. They're good. I taste a lot of horseradish. I don't taste a lot of soy sauce, barely. That flavor of horseradish is so overpowering that as soon as you take a bite, it's like, bam, horseradish right in your mouth. I mean, wow. And if you guys have ever eaten the wasabi when you go to like a sushi place, it does taste a little bit like horseradish. They have a very similar flavor, but that wasabi is really hot. It will burn you up. And this isn't really hot at all, but oh my gosh, it's just so overpowering horseradish flavor that I can't really eat this. Like, I'm going to have to give the rest to somebody because this is so horseradishy. It's almost too much. Like, that's all I taste is horseradish. I feel like I'm eating a jar of horseradish. But definitely try them out. If you're into horseradish, you're going to love these. So I saved the best for last. The Wonder Farm Bird's Nest White Fungus Drink. And I picked this up for, I think it was about $1.27 or $1 something at my Asian market. And this is from Vietnam. And on the other side, it does say, I don't know what this is, Nokian. I'm not really sure. But yeah. So from what I have researched about Bird's Nest, because at first I was like, what is Bird's Nest? Apparently they make like a bird's nest soup. It's very popular in Vietnam and a lot of other countries actually. And it's supposed to be made with the fungus that comes from this nest that this certain bird makes, and I cannot think of what the bird is. I think it's some kind of like swallow, like a swallow bird, and they make these big nests, and they are apparently like use their saliva or something to get the nest to like hold its shape. And apparently that's like a delicacy, this bird saliva that they use to hold this thing together. And I don't think that this is actually made with the real thing, like the real bird's nest, whatever bird saliva. I do think this has some of that in here. It says synthetic vanilla flavor and bird's nest, 1 milligram per liter. So it does have a very, very small amount of this bird's nest material in here. Actual bird's nest or the actual saliva, whatever, is very expensive, and the soup is a very big delicacy. It's very gourmet, and this is pretty much just like a tiny little bit of that in a drink. So it's kind of nice to be able to try this out because this isn't something you can find everywhere, and it is a very pricey item to purchase on a menu. So if you want to taste the taste of bird's nest without all of that expensive price and slash having to buy a big amount of something that you don't know if you're gonna like, this is good for like $1. So, and it said synthetic vanilla flavor, so I'm thinking that it's gonna have a little bit of vanilla flavor. Let's try it out. So let's open this on up, and I've had mine chilling in the fridge. Alright, so I'm a little bit scared. So the color is clear, and it doesn't really have a smell. I don't smell anything at all. Alright, let's go, guys. Cheers. I don't know if I like it or not. Some kind of a solid piece of something went in my mouth. I'm not sure if it was bird's nest or if it was some kind of like a little jelly type thing that's in the drink. The texture is weird. The texture is very odd because you'll get this nice little drink. It almost tastes like a vanilla juice because it has a vanilla flavor to it, like a vanilla juice flavor type drink. And then you get some kind of weird floaty thing in there that goes into your mouth, and I'm not really quite sure what it is. So yeah, the bird's nest is really interesting to try out, especially if you never tried it before, or you were just kind of curious about it. The flavor isn't bad. It's got a slight vanilla flavor, kind of like a vanilla flavored water, and I'm not really sure how I feel about finishing it, but I may or may not finish it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Susie Eats the World. Have you guys tried any of these things? Let me know what you think, or if you're curious about trying any of these things. And if you have any requests of anything you'd like me to try, please leave it down below, and I'll do my best to find it and try it out for you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe. Bye!